guys, welcome back to Dimitra's Dishes. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a delicious and light Greek-style olive oil lemony cake. Now this is going to be a lemony cake, but you could use any citrus you like. You can make it orange flavored also. We're going to go over the ingredients. They're very few, they're very basic, and you might already have them in your kitchen. And then we're going to get started. So for the dry ingredients, we need some all-purpose flour. There's a little bit of salt in here, baking soda, and baking powder. Basic cake ingredients. We have 3 large eggs in here, but all of the measurements will be on the website, so don't worry about it. We have some plain whole milk yogurt, some granulated sugar, vanilla extract, olive oil, and some lemons. Now we're going to also put a glaze on it, and we're going to need some confectioner sugar later on with the liquid of your choice. So you could use milk, lemon juice, whatever you want. We'll go over that when we start making it. Pretty sure I went over all of the ingredients, but if there's something I missed, we'll talk about it when we add it. But we're going to begin by making adding our wet ingredients into a big bowl. The thing that I love best about it, it's a really nice and light cake, but you don't need to take out your mixer. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but you really don't have to because it's so easy just to whisk together with a whisk or a spoon. Now we're going to put our olive oil in here, our sugar, and then we're going to zest the lemon. So there are 2 lemons needed, or 2 oranges, but these are giant. I just got these today. Usually the medium or small size lemons is what is enough, so 2 of these. I'm just going to use 1, but depending on how much juice comes out of it, I might need to use another one. That's why I have 2. But the recipe does call for 2. These would be like a medium size lemon. Small would do 2. There's so much flavor in the zest, so we're using the zest and the juice. We're going to mix. I know I said I was starting with the wet ingredients, but I realized that I have to zest the lemon. So always zest the lemon before you juice it, because once you juice it, you really can't get the zest off of it. So we're going to zest 2 lemons, or 1 big lemon. We'll just do 1 of these big lemons. All right, so now the dry ingredients are definitely ready. We're going to juice this lemon. So this is 1 lemon. Let's see if it's enough. And yes, it is. From 1 large lemon, you get just the amount of juice that you need, which is 1/4 cup. So we're just going to whisk these things together first, just like that. We're also going to add our yogurt. Mix, mix, mix until everything is all combined. So simple. Then we're going to add our eggs, which are always at room temperature, and our vanilla extract. About a teaspoon, but to tell you the truth, I never measure vanilla extract. You put a little more, it's fine. It actually adds a really nice sweetness to it. Mix it all up until the eggs combine with all of the other ingredients, and then we're going to move on to the next step. And I'll switch to the bigger whisk now. Just keep mixing it. Once everything is combined, it's going to become this opaque color. And then you can add all of the dry ingredients, mix them until everything is combined, and then we're just going to put it in our baking dish. So you never want to overmix any cake batter, because then instead of it being nice and tender and light, it gets almost like bread-like. So you just, as soon as the flour disappears and there are no lumps, you know it's ready. Then you want to take a loaf pan and just brush it with some olive oil, just a little bit, to keep it from sticking. You can brush it with butter or nonstick spray too. The oven is preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm just going to pour all of this batter in here, and then I'm going to pop it in the oven and let it bake for about 35 to 40 minutes. It really depends on your oven. At 35 minutes, you should go ahead and take a look at it and see if it's ready. Sometimes it can take even up to 15 minutes. It just depends. It'll be really nice and golden on top, and it'll spring back when you touch it. If it starts to jiggle, you'll know that the batter's not ready. When you insert a toothpick in it, in the center, it'll come out clean or with some crumbs in it. And I'll show you what it looks like as soon as it's ready. So my cake baked for 40 minutes and then it was ready. It's perfectly golden on top. It's springy and beautifully cooked. And I have a really pretty lemon platter too, so I'm going to use it today. Now, You can serve it just like this as is. It's ready to eat, but we're gonna fancy it up just a little bit more by putting a glaze on it. Now, let me also talk about some things that you could have put in the cake. So I should have mentioned that you could definitely put things in the cake like poppy seeds, maybe a 1/4 cup or so of poppy seeds. You could have just folded in the batter because lemon and poppy seeds are go really nice together. And then as far as flavorings for the glaze, it is a lemon cake, so you can make this a lemon glaze. For some people, that might be a little too much. You can just put, instead of putting lemon juice in here, you can do a little bit of orange blossom water, some rose blossom water. Those are really nice and aromatic and go very nice with the lemon. You can also keep it plain by adding some vanilla extract and milk to thin it out. But I love the taste of lemon, so I'm gonna keep mine lemony because I'm okay with it and I like it, but those are options for you. We're gonna start with some confectioner sugar and about a tablespoon of lemon juice, and then I'm gonna thin it out to the consistency that I like by adding lemon juice as I go. And I'm going to keep mixing it until it all becomes really nice and smooth and it's like a pourable consistency. So the glaze, this is what it should look like. It should be nice and pourable. If you like it thinner than that, the more liquid you put into it, the more translucent it becomes. So you see how it's still kind of white looking? That's because I didn't add too much liquid to it. So you're just going to have to monitor it and see what you like. If it does get a little too thin, you could always add some more confectioner sugar to it to get it a little thicker again. It's the easiest glaze to make and really versatile. So now what we're going to do, we're just going to decorate the cake with it by drizzling it all over the top. And just like that, you have a lemon cake ready in no time. Perfect for bringing to someone's house if you're going for dinner or if you're invited for anything. Somebody's moving into your neighborhood. Surprise them with an easy to make cake like this. Serve it with tea or coffee. Have someone over. Enjoy it and create memories that will last you forever. And it's so simple to make. And you know, the point of making these recipes and teaching you how to make them is so that way you won't hesitate to call people over and spend time with them. It's not hard to entertain and doesn't have to be super fancy or anything like that either. We're going to cut into this cake so I can show you how pretty it is and how moist it is. Look at that. Let me get this piece on my plate. You can see it's really nice and moist inside. It's beautiful. You could even decorate it with some lemon zest so everyone knows what's in it. Just a little bit on top like that. As if the lemon plate didn't give it away, but a little lemon zest on top. I always like to show what's in the cake by decorating it with the same ingredients on top if that's possible. I'm going to take a bite of this. Or maybe 2 bites. It's light. It's moist, it's flavorful. You can use whatever olive oil you have on hand. In this particular recipe, I used a light olive oil, but you can use a fruity olive oil and even a cold pressed one. In Greece, they use really good quality olive oil in their cakes. The recipe, as always, will be in the description box down below and also on the website, www.dimitrasdishes.com. Let me know what you think. This recipe is not in the cookbook, my brunch book that I made, but there are lots of delicious recipes very similar to it. If you haven't bought it, you can go over to my website and get the ebook version of it, or on Amazon and get the paperback version. If you have bought it, let me know in the comment section what you think of this recipe and anything else that you'd like to learn how to make. I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.